What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so pumped for today's video because I'm going to be sharing 5 different quick and easy breakfast recipes with you guys. So this is a week-long video. I am filming this on different days, Monday through Friday. I'm going to be sharing you all of my quick and easy recipes I like to make for breakfast. I have some delicious stuff. Let's just go ahead and go into the first breakfast idea. First one is egg cups or egg muffins, I like to call them. So Starbucks sells these. You might have tried them already there, but you can actually make them yourself. It's so easy. You literally just toss everything together, mix it up, put it in cupcake tins, and just throw it in the oven. So it's a super simple and easy recipe, so let's get started with that one. Okay, so the first step you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, but then you're going to get a regular mixing bowl and you're going to put eggs in there. So the trick is however many egg cups you want, that's how many eggs you use. So in this case, I want 6 egg cups, so I have 6 eggs in here. So next I added tomatoes, so I diced up half of a tomato, and then I also chopped up 2 slices of ham with this. Now you don't have to use ham, you can also use bacon, you can even use chicken, just whatever type of meat you like, you could use it. I would say just make sure it's cooked or mostly cooked. And then I added salt and pepper as well. Feel free to add however much or little you want, just depending on your taste. And then we're going to add some milk. Now, I don't have an exact measurement for it, I just kind of eyeball it, so for 6 eggs, I'd probably add just like that much. And by the looks of it, that's probably like half a cup. So I would just add a little bit, mix it, and then see if you need to add more, just depending on how you like it. But that'll help make the eggs really nice and fluffy. So this is all the ingredients I'm going to use. You can even add more ingredients. You can even add less to it. You can add bacon. You can really customize this. It's really like so many options. There's no one way to make it, but it's so easy. You just throw everything in there, and then we're just gonna mix this up right now. So just give that a really good mix. So that looks good. And then now we're going to put these in our little cupcake tins. Okay, so you can either spray your tray or you can add butter like I did. So if it's easier for you, you can actually just take a ladle here and then just add it in. And you want to fill it up about 3/4 of the way. So like that right there, that's good. Just leave a little bit of room so the egg can puff up. And then you just keep doing that with the rest. You could just use whatever cheese you like. I'm just using mozzarella cheese. Try to keep it more in the center because if the cheese kind of touches the pan, it can kind of burn it. Even if you have it sprayed or greased with butter, still kind of burn it. But we're just gonna add all of it here. Now we're just gonna pop it in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. All right, this is the final product. So they just came out of the oven. So I just portioned out the rest of the mix and I was able to get 9 egg cups out of this portion I made. The next one is Dutch baby pancakes. I love this pancake version way more than regular pancakes because the Dutch baby pancakes are a little bit better for you because they use a lot less flour and you have a little bit more eggs, so they're more high in protein as well. So they are literally one of the easiest pancakes you will ever make, and they're so delicious, they're so fluffy, and just like they're so good. I highly recommend giving these ones a try. So let's go ahead and get that recipe started. So one of the most simplest things about this recipe is that you literally throw all of the ingredients in a bowl and just mix it. So what we have here is 1 cup of flour, 4 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add the milk to our eggs and flour, and then salt, and then our 2 tablespoons of melted butter here. Now we just start mixing it. So you can either do this in a blender or you can do it in a mixing bowl and mix it yourself. Okay, so that right there looks good. I mean, it's just slightly like little tiny bits of clumps, but just get it out the best that you can. This looks great. So now we're gonna go to the kitchen and I'm going to show you what to do next. So for the next step, you wanna take 2 tablespoons of butter and we're going to melt it. So I actually have 1 tablespoon here and 1 tablespoon here. I'm actually splitting this batter into 2 separate pans. So what I actually do, so I have my oven heated to 450, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna toss it in the oven here so the butter melts. And we're going to let it melt until the butter starts to get foamy. I'll show you how that looks like. Okay, so I pulled that out of the oven. See how it's all foamy there? That's how it's supposed to look like. So now what you'll do is you'll throw it in the oven at 450 for about 15 to 17 minutes until the edges puff up and get golden brown. So I just pulled this out of the oven, so it looks way more puffy when you pull it out. But then it starts to kind of just deflate a little bit, which is supposed to be like that. Now this is my favorite part, adding all the berries. So any type of berries or mixed berries you like. And I love to add powdered sugar on top for dusting since the batter doesn't have sugar. Top like this. And voila, all done, ready to serve. This is one of the yummiest breakfast recipes that I make. I love it. Nathan loves it too, so I highly recommend giving this one a try. All right, so the next one is a cauliflower hash brown, or cauliflower fritters. I love these. So this is a great option for anyone who is on keto. This has little to no carb in it, and honestly, it tastes amazing. Let's go ahead and get that recipe started. Okay, so for the cauliflower fritters or hash browns, so you're going to use either half of a cauliflower and you'll shred it. So that's exactly what I did. I took half a cauliflower and I grated it, or you can buy it in a bag where it's already shredded. Then you add salt and pepper and then just give that a quick stir to mix in all the salt and pepper. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of either almond flour or regular flour. And give that a quick stir. So I used regular flour last time. It turned out amazing. And then you can use almond flour as well if you are more low carb or doing like a keto diet. You'll take 2 large eggs and you'll give that a quick stir as well. So this recipe just has 3 main ingredients, which is cauliflower, almond flour, and eggs. So I really simplified it for you guys, not to make it too complicated or anything. Okay, and this is how it's supposed to look like here. So you see it's kind of mushy, mashy. And then we're gonna go ahead over to the stove and start frying these. Okay, so you can either use butter to fry the fritters, or you can use olive oil, avocado oil, just whichever one you like. I'm just using regular olive oil because that's just what I have. So once this warms up, that's when we're going to start frying them. Also, we are going to fry these fritters on medium heat. Okay, so the pan has warmed up, so just give the mix just one more quick stir. And then I am just going to grab that much for one, and then just place it right on top. And then this is where I shape it. I just kind of make it into like a little circle here, and just press it down a little bit so it's like a little flat. Kind of looks like a pancake almost. Want them to be thinner too, that'll work also. So that much. And then shape them a little bit here. And press it down. Okay, so these are now ready to flip. Kind of failed at that one. But see, there's like a nice golden color right there. And then you want to be careful when flipping them because I just broke it a little bit. That's okay if it breaks. It still tastes the same. I found that it's better to make them smaller like this. They hold together better than making large ones because when you flip them, they start to break. So when you're making them, try to make a little bit smaller ones. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, another thing you can add to this recipe is shredded cheese. You could put it into the mixture. I did that last time and it was really good. But just to keep it simple, I did just 3 main ingredients in this recipe. You guys can try it this way, just like a really simple basic way, and then once you kind of get the hang of it, you can start adding other things to it. But shredded cheese in this recipe is really good, by the way. Alright, here it is. So it's all finished. I love to add green onion to it. It gives like a really nice freshness and flavors, so feel free to add that if you want to. It's definitely optional. And sour cream with these is amazing. It tastes so good. This recipe makes about 8 to 9 fritters, just depending on how big you make them. I have 9 here. The next one is a breakfast burrito. So these are so nice because you can actually make these the day before And you know, if you're rushing to work, if you're busy, you can just warm it up either in the toaster oven or the microwave, and you could just eat it in the car on your way as well. It's super filling, it's so delicious. So let's go ahead and get that recipe. Okay, so I have my tortilla. I use a whole wheat tortilla, and first thing I'm gonna do is just add spinach here, right? Just kind of like in the center. Okay, then I just went ahead and added some scrambled egg to it, and for one tortilla, 1 egg is enough. You can even do half an egg if you wanted to and make 2 tortillas. Okay, and then we're going to add just a little bit of tomatoes and cucumbers. Sorry if you hear Nathan in the background. He's just ready to go in for a nap. He's getting a little cranky. Okay, I'm not using all of these because this is too much. This is half a tomato I cut up, and half a tomato is a little much for one wrap. Just a quarter of a tomato is good, and just a little bit of cucumber. But really, you can add any vegetables that you like, just whatever you like. I like to use tomatoes and cucumbers for my wraps. Okay, and then I just added the best part, which is the bacon. And for one wrap, I just use 1 long strip of bacon, and I cut it in half. So just 1 strip of bacon is good for one wrap. If you want more bacon, you could definitely add more, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this wrap now. I don't have my tripod with me at the moment, but what I do is I just fold one side and press it down, and then I'll grab the other side and then press it down as well. And then what I do, so it doesn't like come apart, a couple things you can do. You can actually add a little bit of sauce right here, and that will help it stick together. If this doesn't have any sauce, so I'm just leaving it like this, or you can just flip it this way, leave it like that. And then we're gonna go to the stove and warm it up. I just place it on the stove, just like down where the folds were, so they're not like sticking up, so that way when it warms up, it'll like seal itself a little bit. And occasionally you'll have the ingredients, some of the ingredients fall out, but you can always tuck that back in there once you flip it over, or you can just try to avoid putting ingredients so far out to the sides, just make sure it's mostly in the center. Another way you can wrap it is you can tuck these on top, on the other side. That's another way you can fold it, but I just do it this way just to keep it simple and easy. But I let it warm up, and you actually don't have to use any oil to warm it up as well, which is nice. All right, so I finished toasting it on the stove, and then I just cut it in half, and that's the final product. It's so delicious. You can customize it too, really however you like it. You don't have to add some ingredients, you can add some other ones. And the bacon is like my favorite part. I mean, look at that, that looks amazing. But make sure when you are using like bacon or like chicken or any other meat, make sure you do cook it before you put it all together. So you wanna make sure your ingredients are cooked when you make the wrap, because when you toast it on the stove, that's just to get it all warmed up and the cheese to melt. But folding it and then toasting it on this side first helps it keep it together. But a better way to do it, just to make sure it's held together better, is to add like a little bit of sauce. So sometimes I'll have it with mayonnaise. So I'll put a little drizzle of mayonnaise on the inside, and then I'll just take a little bit and just put it under here before I cook it. It helps it keep it together better. But this is a really yummy, quick, easy breakfast idea to do. Okay, and the last one is probably one of my favorites. So the pancakes are my favorite, and then this one, and it is chia seed pudding. This is probably the easiest thing to make. You can prep it the night before and have it sit overnight. It's so yummy. I'm going to show you guys a simple way to make it, just like a basic chia seed pudding. And then if you guys want to see future recipes on like different flavors, different types of chia seed pudding, I'm more than happy to make it. I'm going to show you the simple version that I've been loving. This is my most recent one I started making. So excited to share it with you guys because it's so easy and so delicious. So let's go ahead and get it started. This chia seed pudding recipe is probably the easiest thing you'll ever make for breakfast or a snack. So I already portioned out a 1/4 cup of chia seeds, and then for every 1/4 cup of chia seeds you want to do 1 cup of almond milk. I'm just gonna pour that right in there. Okay, and then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so just 3 ingredients for this very simple, basic chia seed pudding recipe. So you're gonna give that a little stir here. And you want to make sure when you're making chia seed pudding that you do seal it in an airtight container. Okay, and then you can give it a little stir again, shake it up a little bit. And then you'll want to refrigerate this for at least 2 hours, or you could also do it overnight if you want to prep this the day before so you can have a breakfast or a snack. But we're gonna go ahead and just pop it in the fridge for a couple hours, and then I'll show you how it looks like. Guys, so I just pulled it out of the fridge, and looking at the texture here, so it should look like this, very pudding-like. What you can do now is just add any toppings that you like. So I'm gonna add some strawberries to this. So I added the strawberries and blueberries to it, so it just looks like this. I added honey to it as well, and this is like one of the easiest recipes in this video. It takes like literally no time. You just leave it in the fridge, and then you can leave it overnight as well. This is something you could prep the day before, and it's even nice having it in a mason jar because you can just like seal it, put it in the fridge, and then take it out in the morning. And if you want to take it to work, you totally can, and have it as like a snack or as like a breakfast. So I highly recommend giving this a try. But just remember, it's chia seed pudding on its own is super duper plain. So if you like flavor, you're definitely gonna want to add stuff to it. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed all these easy and fun recipes. Let me know what your go-to breakfast recipes are in the comment section down below. If you want to see more videos like these, hit the like button. I very much enjoy and love cooking, but I love quick cooking. So finding really easy, yummy, quick recipes is just what I love. And let me know if you guys want to see more of these types of videos. I can definitely do more of these. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I do 1 to 2 videos a week about fashion and lifestyle. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post there pretty much every single day. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!